All right, guys, hope everybody's doing well today. Do a little something different today. I'm going to show you my shoulder warm-up routine for doing burpees or doing any pushing type exercises. I've injured my shoulders a number of times over the years playing ice hockey and benching. And just last month, I was trying to get my bench press back up to 225, and I was well on my way there. And then I hurt my shoulder again benching. I should know better that at this age, you shouldn't be benching heavy. And I hear a lot of guys telling me that, but you know, ego is something that it's hard to get rid of. But even doing burpees, lots of burpees, like hundreds of burpees, puts a lot of stress on the shoulder. In fact, I can't do regular burpees without the little handles that give me a neutral grip. So this is the warm up that I do. It's a kind of a combination of different things I've seen on the internet. The one main place that I go for physiotherapy or physical therapy is Squat University. He's got a lot of great videos on how to repair yourself or do some warm-ups to get you ready to do whatever you're doing. So this is kind of a combination of Squat University's type warm-ups for shoulder and a couple other guys I like to watch on YouTube. So Jeff Cavalieri, Athlete X, because he's the face pull guy. So face pulls, something I do every day now. Never used to warm up, now I have to. So this is prior to all the burpees or whatever I'm doing. So I got these bands here on the rack. The red one's the lighter one, and that's fine. We'll start off with that one. And I'm just gonna do some face pulls. And really squeeze my shoulder blades together. Hold it there for a second. I'm trying to keep my arms at 90 degrees and my thumbs pointing back. Yeah, I'll do 2 or 3 sets of this and then move on to the next exercise. Also like to do some arm circles. These are definitely something we did in Jiu Jitsu and kickboxing and boxing. So I can hear my shoulders cracking doing this. All right, and the second set of face pulls, I'm going to move to the black band. It's a little heavier, and I think my form goes a little south on it. I'll do anywhere from 10 to 15 reps. Again, just trying to get the shoulder and the scapular area ready to go. From what I understand and what I've read about or watched, usually your shoulder problems are a result of having a weak upper back, scapular muscles, and traps. So all these exercises is helping that area, the scapular muscles and the traps. They're going to stabilize when you do those pushing exercises, especially in this case burpees. I probably won't ever go back to heavy bench again. I might call it a day, but knowing my attitude, you'll see me doing it at some point. All right, one more set of these. I'm going to go back to the red ones because I think I do it better form. Ego has gotten me in trouble lots of times already, especially in Jiu Jitsu. I was always down rolling with anybody, any age, any size, any belt. And wasn't the high belts that were the problem. It was the white belts and the new blue belts, mostly white belts that just came in and just started rolling. That's where I would get hurt. The older guys, or the higher level belts, they knew better. I should have known better, and they told me so. All right, the next exercise, I forget what these are called. I call them W's and Y's. See if I can get it on my film here. I'm just gonna grab some light dumbbells, or sorry about the movement here. Actually, I'll just grab some plates. 5-pound plates is good enough. Might even be too heavy. So, rely on my stomach. Hands at my sides with the plates. This is like a W. Up. One more. Oh. So that was with my palms down. Palms down. One set with my palms down. Next set I'll do with my palms up. About 10 reps, trying to hold it there for a second or two at the top. So the next one's going to be a T, out to the sides, palms down. Same thing, just coming up. Hopefully I don't run into anything here. Looks like those 5 pounds might be too heavy for that exercise. No worries. You got the pink 2-pounders. And I get the 2-pounders here. That should work. Okay. So my hands are out, palms facing down, just going from the floor up. So that was one set of each. I'm going to go through that round again. We get 2 sets of each. Got lots of physio bands over here. I've done physical therapy for lots of different injuries. I'm like a frequent flyer. So, oh yeah. Definitely feel a little bit of pain in the right shoulder, which is the one that's bothering me. Those is like a bonus stretch. All right, let's use the 2-pounders. W's again. Palms down. Right. Oh, I can feel a pop right back in there. All right, this time palms are going to be up. Here's the W's. I think I like this one the most. All right, last one are these. Do the T again, from the palms down. Feeling that in the scapula. So that series has some kind of name. I just call it W's and T's. Another exercise I do is with these little bands. You get all this stuff on Amazon, so they come in different flavors. This one is this is the medium. Let's not use medium. Find a light one. You don't need much on these. This one says extra light, which is fine. So put my hands in, neutral grip. I'm gonna hold it here. 90 degrees. Hold it here. Constant tension, 90 degrees. At the top, stretch it apart. 90 degrees, not 90 degrees, but stretch it apart, tight. Hold it, and come back to 90. Last position. Yeah, I separated this shoulder, or dislocated it playing ice hockey. And then I did it when I was doing a heavy bench. I think it was 245 back in college. And I felt my shoulder pop, and thank God I had a spotter, because that weight went coming down on the right side. All right, band, 90, just holding it there, tensing up my back and my shoulders. to the whole posterior chain. Up. Looks like from the side. Oh, good. All right. Now this one's definitely helpful for the push-ups, for the burpees, and benching. You don't really need a bench, you can just do it on the floor. It's kind of the same idea. I got the band here. I'm gonna sit like I'm benching. I'm gonna keep it as a neutral grip. Yeah, the neutral are slightly turned in. I think that's pronated. I don't remember. So I'm gonna start at the top with a normal bench. I'm gonna bring it slowly down. Keeping my posterior chain tight from my feet, glutes, and then come right down to here. This is usually where I feel my pain. Slowly come back up. I didn't feel it that time. Usually when I come down, if I don't do all that warm up, I get close to the chest. That's where I feel the pain. So I'll start it again. Again, I got my neutral grip. Maybe that was the reason, because I do have this slightly pronated grip there. Coming all the way down, tight. Everything's tight. Back. Even as I switch my grip, I'm really concentrating on making sure my scapula feels tight. So I really like that one too. So that's 2 sets of that. So the other thing I've heard is partial reps. And I do these for dips because since I hurt my shoulder years ago, I can't go all the way down for dips. And I see guys going all the way down and I just can't. I mean, it just really hurts. So I just end up doing like partial dips. And I've seen guys just doing partial push-ups. You know, partial push-ups, even partial pull-ups. You know, they're just at that one point where they're getting lots of these little reps in and burning out. So I'm gonna start doing more of that in terms of maybe my burpees and not going all the way down. But the one thing that has helped me with burpees is the fact that I use these, I think they're called parallettes. You could use dumbbells, but I get these, and instead of having them in a typical bench press fashion, I put them down at like 45-degree angles. See if I can screen here. So I got them down at roughly a 45-degree angle out, a little closer together, so that when I come down on my push-up, my hands are a little bit turned in. I feel a little bit pain there. That seems to help. The other thing that I was looking at in terms of chest exercises is dumbbell exercises. Incline dumbbell with a slight incline, because you can hold the dumbbells almost in a pronated or neutral grip. That seems to work for me. And the other thing is dumbbell presses, floor presses. So you're on the floor, and that's going to stop your arms from going all the way down into this position, which is where I tend to get hurt. So, but that's what I do to warm up my shoulder. Still a little bit of pain, but we're only a couple weeks into getting back. So hopefully that helps somebody. Cheers.